Good night, everyone, and welcome to Raw and Uncut. I am Louis Hart, and of course, I'm here with Dra and Lee. And, well, we're going to have a blast as always, you know. Oh, our guest tonight, of course, is Tricanal, which is just like too cool. I'm really glad these guys, you know, had a chance to let us do an interview. Oh, by the way, tonight's show is going to be dedicated to the blind welfare because I forgot my glasses home. So Dry is going to be, you know, my scene. Dog? Dry?
You asked me to do you a favor, so I don't think that you should be making any rude comments on it.
So, seriously, without my glasses, my mother always told me if I didn't stop, I was going to go blind. Yeah, that's it. This is a result of 100% porn. Anyhow, so let's get into the monologue. So, if I can remember my monologue clearly. Today was the first day we started, at least at Hearts anyhow, we started delivery of costumes. And it's amazing, you know, and I want to thank women because women really make carnival. They're the ones that want to disguise. They're the ones that want to look pretty. They're the ones that want to take part in the theater of it, whatever band you decide to play in, you know. And mostly them. I'm not saying the men are not, but let's face facts, 90% of it is women. And to see how excited they get, the little faces, they're going to get this costume and they're buying the accessories and the tights and all the, you know, it's a whole, people don't realize that, you know, carnival itself is not just carnival, it's a whole cottage industry. There's so many people that make a living off of this. That's why it's also very important to keep carnival alive for those very reasons, the amount of mouths that feed off of it, you know. I know people who don't like carnival see this as a nuisance, they don't care, they don't want it wrong, but really and truly, it is part of our culture and it's something that we need to continue to promote. And if we do it right, you know, we could actually make something, especially now when we're looking to diversify, you know. We need to be more tolerant of carnival and in fact, promote it more. So it's about women. I'm being in carnival for many years. You know, women are very particular about how their costumes fit, and rightfully so, because you know they're spending a lot of money on it. You know, but I always get to deal with the one or two costumes that may not fit. But whether it's their fault or my fault, I always try to help fix the costumes. You know, but women will come in and like. I swear this has happened so many times you would not believe, because I mean every year there's a couple thousand women I deal with, right? And they'll come in and say, this waistband is not fitting me. And I would go, well, okay, what size is the waistband? Well, the waistband is, I am a 24-inch waist. And listen, I could look at a woman, I'm most expert, I could look at a woman and tell her bra size or waist size, whether she's a medium or small or bathing suit bottom. And I could look at her and say, really? 24-inch waist? Come on. But okay, to humor you, I'll take the tape measure, go, that my tape measure on me. And measure them. And then I see like it's at 28 ways. But you have to be very tactful how you tell them. Because women don't take bad news like that very nicely, you know. And I've actually had people accuse me of using a defective tape measure. And this is not once, this is something that happens regular. That I literally have to measure them with 3 different tape measures. And they would still argue, I mean, that is wrong. I am a 24-inch waist. I am not 28 inches. And I'd be like, well, ma'am, you want to go home and bring your tape measure? Because I and they would be vexed, and coming and sometimes you have, you know, the younger teenagers coming and their parents, because of course the parents paid for the costume. And you don't deal with irate parents when the daughter crying because the costume not fitting. And look, to start off with, all women that come to complain at carnival time, you have to be very careful because first of all, they're hungry. Because they've been starving themselves about 2 weeks and exercising. Dry, you don't have that problem because you're blessed with a slim figure.
I don't know if it's blessed, but I actually remember the first time I played Mass and Arts. My dad came because obviously he had to pay for the rest of the costume, and you were the one there. That was a long time. You had to go to the mask camp, and you all had like the bando, the half a door. And you came up and you said, oh God, that's your daughter. You can't hide that face, girl. I was like, oh, this is terrible. And Daddy made a joke about he was going to send me with the receipts and I could have just picked up the bottom half of the costume or some foolishness like that. Yeah.
But women, you know, they're very fussy about the costumes, and rightfully so. But, sometimes, like, I'm going to give you some advice. And this is good advice when you're trying it, because you're going to be collecting your costume around now. And from an expert, you're getting this advice. When you put on your bra, you put it on, you watch every mirror, it look good. Here what to do. Take my stupid advice. Jump up and down on it as hard as you can. It's a very good test to make sure. Because you can put on a bra and it look good, eh? The trouble is with a bra for carnival is that it have to work like a sport bra, but have to look sexy. And it's very hard for a bra to achieve those two things at the same time. Right? And I swear to you will not know how many times and this happens normally on the Savannah stage on Carnival Tuesday, because they gonna say, everybody jumping up and down, you're turning in front. Some woman invariably on the stage will have one tit hanging out. And I kind of walk, and that's the worst place for it to happen. All the cameramen and stuff be there. I'm surprised we don't get more tits on camera from Carnival Day. Right? And you had to walk up to them and say, what's. And women have a way, when you point out, they have a way to almost like, oh, you pervert. But your tit hanging, but they give it that look like, come, let me show you the look. like if I went and pull out your tit. A side joke I remember, this actually happened to me once. It was in a Maracas beach. I was, I'm in the water. Lee was much younger than I'm watching the kids on the beach playing, and I sort of doing the crocodile thing, with the water up to here, and because I'm shallow, right? But they have this attractive little girl on the beach, and she was tanning. Sometimes women take off their straps, and she got up and proceeded to walk to the water and forgot to tie back her straps. But it was like a kind of whole piece thing, and it stood up for a while. And as she was getting close to the water, it dropped, and she realized, and of course, she dives into the water, covers herself, and dive on top of me! And all of a sudden, I was the pervert. Oh, my God. What are you doing? But lady, you jump on top of me. I was... So women always do. Anytime I tell a woman something, the door is... It's like... I get accustomed to it over the years. But watch out for your tits flying out. Keep the puppies in the kennel. Very important. And the boxes and stuff, if you have clips... tie them. I always recommend that. If you're having problems with spillage on here, like sometimes that's the problem. Some women buy bras, or they may purposely take a bra too big and intend to pad it, because all women want a little cleavage. And that's actually a good purpose of a carnival bra, to give them the little bit of boobies sort of coming over, But a lot of these bras, to do that, they find the edge of the bra cut real close to your nipple. Right?
Your areola.
Yeah, so you have to be very careful of that. And I tell people they use the two-sided tape. Or actually, they use a tape that could actually use on your breast or cover your nipple. So even if your breast, it look like a breast without a nipple. That's something pretty good. The trouble is when you're using stuff like suntan lotion and spray tan, you can't use it because it will raise up. It will lift up. You have to keep the area clean and sweat too. So it's tough. What I suggest is keep your bra, because you have two problems. Sometimes the bra too small or the bra too big. And what's happens, sometimes the bra too big, you get this going on, a little puckering, and you can see it straight on in there. What I suggest is you cut the straps at the back and you could tie it into a halter. Halters are very good for keeping your breast secure and also to make it is this, So just you could cut the straps, because normally the straps will where it meets the back strap, the overhead strap, you could just snip it right there and just tie it around your neck. Put a double knot in it so no jackass can't come me hanging and just pull it in. Because there are videos who might do that. So double tie it, pull it up, and if you have to pad your bra, always on the side like this. Stick, actually, the best thing to use, we used to use the best was modest pads, right? Or pads for sleeves, for the shoulders.
Shoulder pad?
Yeah, because we used to do them. Well, half of them big section leaders, and they look at me, swear they have, is because the pads, the bra padded, and my brother is an expert at doing it. Right? He cut it and shave it and use foam, but those shoulder pads, stick them inside there. Stick them down there, because you don't want to have one fly out from underneath your bra either, right? So ladies, just enjoy your carnival. Make sure that you're in your costume, right? And enjoy your mask. Of course, the safety tips always. I grew up as a child of carnival, and I have 4 sisters, and we went. To this day, I live in the rules my father taught us. Never had an incident, right? Because we were loose in our father's band, and back in them days, it was more dangerous. Carnival was more dangerous than it is now. On the actual day itself, of course, right? And one is, of course, don't take drinks from strangers. Don't leave the barn unless you're with your friends that come with. If you have to go and buy drinks from a vendor, normally take a beer, make sure they open it in front of you or walk with your own opener. If you're taking a mixed drink, you have to see them, keep your eye on them, ladies especially. You cannot be too careful. Watch them mix the drink in front of you. Once you see the bouncer, a lot of them like to turn their back to you when they're mixing drinks. No.
But that's a general rule for general.
Yeah, common sense. It's common sense, eh?
Going out and if you're going to clubs and stuff and you order a drink, watch the bartender. Especially in a club because unlike Carnival Tuesday, you stop by a roadside vendor and they might turn their back and make the drink. But you carry on over there.
Yeah.
In a club, you staying in there.
Yeah. So they wait for you. Yeah.
So they know where you're gonna be. So just keep your
eye
and your head on. Like just keep your eye on everything. You can, as Louis said, you can never be too sure about things.
Yeah. And
if you're paranoid, you're right.
Yeah. You have every right to be. You have every right to be. Have a lot of crazy things out there. I don't want to scare for carnival. We have safe carnivals and Hearts at least we haven't had a fight in years. We don't get into that. And I know some people complain about the bouncers on the roads and but it is they're there for your safety. For the safety of masqueraders. And now, I remember when we first started doing it, it was a bigger deal. Most people, and my attitude has always been when I deal with outsiders, you go up to somebody nice and you speak to them respectfully, please, give her a chance to pass. Most people do it, Of course, you get the odd idiot, but most times people do it. Because, you want the masqueraders, they're paying for the music. This is not an issue about the public road, and it's always been my argument at least. Nobody's denying you access to the public road. All we're asking you is for a room to pass. If a bus passing as a public road, you don't walk in front of the bus. The bus will kill you. And if a park a car in a public road, it don't give you the right to break into it. Now, these bands have all paid a lot of money and they have to get license office permission, they get police permission, they have to get permission from the Port of Spain Corporation to be able to bring the bands on the road. We have to stay on the sidewalks. Stay on the sidewalks. If you want to play mass and enjoy it, then pay some money because if we don't do that, it will kill carnival. Then if I pay my money and somebody who not pay money coming and jumping up and winding up in front of me and getting between me and my music and my enjoyment, I am not going to play mass next year. It's one sure way to kill carnival. So either buy a costume, stay on the sidewalk and let her pass. You know what I mean? But nobody denying you access to the... If it's road you really want, that's why I pass, you can lie down and kiss the white line in the road for like it. So have a safe carnival. Ladies, pay attention with what you're drinking, where you're going, how you're moving. Very important. And you're going to the bathroom, whatever it is you do, and move with your friends. Stay within your whatever band you're playing in. Stay within your band. Once you're in your band, you're good to go. When you leave with friends.
Remember that Japanese last year, the Japanese girl?
It wasn't last year.
It was
the year before.
It was the year before.
Yeah.
But we really don't have much crime on a
but the thing is, too, we don't even know did she leave by herself? Did she leave with a friend?
We still don't know what happened there.
And it wasn't a robbery because all that stuff
and always when you leave, even if you're leaving with your friends, or your friend or whatever, still tell somebody what you're doing. Still say, look, we are leaving now.
Or we go into the truck.
Or we go in by drinks truck number 6 and let you and your friends, when you go into the van, know that if somebody missing in the van or in the section or whatever,
time is of the essence, huh?
we know that, okay, we always meet back by music truck number 4 or drinks truck number 2. Or only get drinks from drinks truck number 2. If you switch in the drinks truck, let everybody know. So people know where to find you. And if they can't find you there, they will know, okay, something's not right. Always make sure that you have that contingency plan with your friends.
Correct. Quite. And don't forget, before you wang a man, also get his permission too. But men, seriously, have respect. I mean, you have to watch your body language. If any body languages get kind of loose as the day wears on and they get drunk, still,
and men's
still be aware. No is still no.
Men's ability to gauge women's body language seems to. I mean, it's already bad. But from the time,
correct.
From the time they had a couple too many drinks,
you could
push them off.
They steal every woman want them. Yeah. Nobody want.
Listen, you could push them off for you, and they still coming. Baby, it's like no dog, like right out.
Yeah,
Get away from me.
And that's where the security comes in. Security really does help with that. So, more on headlines. What's our headlines?
Okay, Patricia, no, I'm still sick. I'm just not as sick as I was on Thursday.
She's on drugs, cold drugs.
But I'm trying to save myself for my juve. I'm trying to make sure that I'm in a good place so I could, for sure, play my juve. All right, so headlines.
Yeah, you're talking about this pastor.
There's the president of the faith-based network of Trinidad and Tobago, Pastor Winston Mansing, is outraged over a Facebook post showing the image of a skimpily clad woman in schoolgirl uniforms.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, he lucky that only one belly button showing. I mean, these girls are well dressed. Even this is a well dressed. This is a juve. It is a juve.
Yes.
That is a very well dressed juve.
Our costumes for the parade are more skimpy than that. But for some reason, he fixated on the fact that they wear plaid skirts, and that for some reason, I don't know. You know any schools that have plaid skirts?
It sends the wrong message. The band I-Rave's 2018 presentation, Portrayal Back to School, shows school as a place you go to have sex. Obviously, the portrayal and the photos of the young ladies dressed very provocatively in skimpy school uniforms sends a very clear message, and it's one that's very negative. However, he don't want to address the fact that all your Minister of Education don't see it fit to teach your children about sex in the school. So, if they're watching a flyer and thinking that school is where you go to have sex, perhaps because you need to introduce some flipping sex education in the school in the first place.
Besides, the sexy schoolgirl is as classic as the French maid. Stop being such a prude. And why don't study all them other pastor and them that driving around in million dollar car and want to buy their own airplane and have live, and some of them
and sleeping with young girls.
Yes, sir. The history of the behavior of some of these pastors in some of these religions are unreal. I mean, no. Why don't investigate that? Talk about that. That to me more dangerous. And taking people hard-earned money and living like kings. And I never understand too. If I am in a member of a congregation and I given money that's supposed to be used for the good, and my pastor buying limousine, buying 3 and 4 house, flying first class, have 2 and 3 Land Rover. Are you an idiot? Are you not seeing where the money is being spent? I could see it being spent on the church, but how fancy does the church have to be? And it's an issue I take up in my own religion too. I never agreed that the Vatican should have their own bank. If you are any religion supposed to be I guess a messenger of God, then the money that you take from your parishioners should be just enough to cover your cost, your running costs, and the rest supposed to be used for good, for helping people, not for building golden palaces to yourself. It's absolutely ridiculous. And don't we give these people tax exempt? Mm-hmm. The time I see a pastor driving around in a Range Rover, one time BIR in the ass. You understand? Talk about that. About some stupid thing about 2 or 3 girls in a plaid skirt.
For juve. He clearly never see what is really going on in that juve.
No, it's ridiculous. It's so
anyway,
stupid.
next thing. Social media users are being advised to exercise extreme caution when making posts as citizens who fall victim to reckless and malicious statements now have an avenue of recourse.
This is good. I like this.
So essentially, an 18-page judgment. In a landmark case brought by a couple whose neighbor falsely accused them of sexually abusing their children in a series of Facebook posts. Gross. High Court Judge
was horrible,
Frank Sipasad considers social media cases in Commonwealth jurisdictions to develop a local position on the issue, as there are currently no laws which directly address it.
No, but there's a photo of the magistrate.
The judge.
Yeah, the judge. That, and he was right. It's ridiculous. And if you read the content, lower down the content of what this woman had said. Really? She said how the father was raping, the stepfather was raping the young girl.
Why are you putting that on social media though?
Because they had some argument, because apparently they're doing construction. They're doing some renovations to the house, and they had some problem. She had some problem with them, what they was doing or whatever. So they had a bit of a squabble. So she decided to take it upon herself. This person, I can't remember her name. It's posted there in the papers though.
Her name is Janelle Burke.
Janelle Burke takes it upon herself to go on Facebook and take pictures, show pictures of the people children, show pictures of the man, and tell the man having sex with the child, and child services get to call him police. The woman caused real confusion on a bold-faced lie, On a bold-faced lie. She did harm to not only that couple, but to those children.
And then a teenage boy and a 7-year-old girl. And how they found out about it was because the teenage boy's friend, one of his friends, sent him screenshots of the Facebook post, and he showed the mother.
And then she tried to pull it down afterwards. When he went in. And then she turned around and tell the
what
court.
Kind of sick person
Yeah, I mean,
says
really,
that stuff in the first place?
just unreal. And then
I
she
mean,
turned
things
around.
can't be so serious.
And the thing is that when the court asked her somebody else who had access to her password must have posted that. She didn't do it. Really?
Right.
So right now we're waiting to see what the penalty is going to be. But I mean, that is ridiculous. I mean, we have to, post your own shit. If you want to post yourself naked and talk your own back, your own, fine. But you see, this kind of thing with other people, I never like that. Yeah. And I never quite understood the whole idea of emptying out your whole life publicly for everybody to see, much less using that same forum to defame, innocent people, especially children. Hope they lock your ass up. We had to be more responsible.
Right. We're running late. So,
all right, so
the next thing here we have is this story I honestly would like to have. I have nothing to say about it. I am not a lesbian, right?
This is ridiculous.
That was the firm response of President-elect Paula May weeks yesterday as she sought to put to rest questions raised on social media about her sexual orientation in light of the fact that she has never been married or had any children. And that means that she's a lesbian?
She don't need to answer.
It's just so ridiculous.
I mean, why is that anybody's business?
Why
Why
should not
is
respond
that
then?
a question?
She didn't need to respond.
I find she handled it very nice. She said that.
No, but she had I read
But
an
the Guardian
article.
asked her. They blatantly asked her. They asked her.
But why do you need to? Why is that anybody's business?
Because Trinidad is more cautious. It is a bacchanal, it's a movie lang.
And then, but they
always
best
has
if it's
something.
their business though.
Yeah.
They want to talk about everybody else's business. But if it's their business, it's a whole
Yeah,
set of
they vex.
protocol that's
They
and
vex.
all kind of stupidness and
I
they
thought she handled it in a very classy way.
Well, yeah, she classy,
And,
but I mean,
all your mind, all your business.
damn straight,
Mind
mind your
all your
damn
business.
business.
Right.
It's not
Once
your
the
business.
Once the woman doing she work, and and she's a woman. I think may make one of the best presidents we've ever had.
Okay, so because we're running late, we're gonna
So we're gonna move on now.
Move on now. We're gonna go to some one-liners. Louise have here.
Or we could go to the interview if you want.
So you want to finish the headlines already? Yes? Good.
Well,
no
yeah.
problem. I
Right.
don't mind. All right. Well, I guess that's it for the headlines. So sometimes what happens is because of the time of our show and the season, our guests can't make it into the studio as it happened with Kes whenever it
Yes.
was. Last week, I think, or last week, Tuesday. Also, Kes concert going on, must you know?
No. Yeah.
Yeah, down in O2. So if you live in Nong Shagaramas, hard luck and reaching home
Yeah, but
tonight.
you're stuck.
You're stuck in the traffic.
That's for
So we went and we bounced up with the fellas of Three Canal in their space called the Big Black Box on Murray Street. And Luis had a nice
had a chat with them.
nice
It was real
chat with
cool.
them.
Yeah.
It was real nice. So we're gonna check that out as soon as Lee and Kendall allow. Kendall.
That's what she said.
With Tricanal.
Yes,
I,
here we are.
and I can't believe it's the first time I ever came. I passed this place all the time on the outside. I never came inside. I think parking is one. So I want to welcome everyone to Raw and Uncut.
Thank you.
And
I know it took some doing.
yeah. Especially carnival time and everybody busy. And you all missed your rehearsals for your show coming up. Let's start with that now. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on, when the show is, and what the show is going to be about. What do you think, that you and
Power. The show is called Power, and it will be at the Queen's Hall from the 6th to the 10th, 5 nights. It's our 14th show.
Right.
And it's
14 show already,
14,
boy?
14
wow, it don't seem like...
And it's powerful, it's power. The nice thing is that we had the chance to just test out some of the stuff in the backyard
Right.
the last couple of Fridays. And over the last 2 Fridays in particular, several people came to me afterwards and said they felt the power.
They felt the power.
They felt the power.
They catch the power.
So that was the feeling. We're on the right track.
Well, I mean, I guess you don't have to give away too much of what's going to be going on with the show, but I know you're doing rehearsals here, and then it's next week. You just said so we can expect dance, singing, everything.
Drama, dance, education.
The full spectrum of theater.
Live band.
Oh, cool.
Media projections.
Nice.
It's a full-out production. Fashion, costume,
Yes.
design.
Wow, boy.
Fashion.
Amazing.
Yeah, we invest a
You
lot.
got a taste on that, That's going to be blow mind. So,
We do invest a lot in the production values of our.
I mean, we have to give credit where credit is due to as well. We work with a lot of gifted people as well. In the fashion side of the whole thing and the costume design has been Mailing and her team led by Zidane.
Mailing do good stuff.
And a couple of the other young artists coming up, Monica, fine young.
So you have the legends and you have the younger ones coming
Working
up.
hand in
That's
hand
very
with you.
important.
Same thing is taking place.
Sharing knowledge, passing on.
Well, a big part of this year's show is called This Generation.
Yeah.
And a big part of what we do here is just that we
Pass the baton.
pass the baton,
Correct.
pass the torch, torment them, and slash mentor them.
Well,
And, and the good thing about the space is that it has afforded us to work continuously. So we've seen people who came in as dancers
Right.
or not knowing they could sing, and now they're singing. And then you have people, you throw an idea at them and they write a monologue and they do a monologue.
Right.
So there's opportunity for people to really flex and stretch themselves.
correct. So they sort of push their boundaries and see what they're fully capable of doing. That's amazing. I read up a little bit on your biography before, and I heard that the sort of the genesis of where the Juve band came from, because you all used to be playing other people's band illegally.
Well, I don't know what.
Right next door, we neighbors, men of the arena.
I don't know if it's illegal.
I agreed.
Jump behind
Yeah,
the
yeah,
back.
yeah.
After a while, it became a nuisance to them, so we decided.
But what Ole was doing sort of become such a nuisance.
Well,
Numbers.
Ole was getting on bad.
Everything is full circle, right?
Right.
Everything is full circle. The Juve band in particular, that we used to storm left from right next
there,
door.
yeah.
It was called Men of the Arena. And we would just piggyback on them because they had their music truck and the thing, and we had a little thing, but it's our
That's what I say.
creeping ears.
We were running away from Minchell Mass Camp. Christine Johnson used to be the only one
Right
who used
here.
to sign up and play with Men of the Arena.
Right.
And all of we just used to come and fall in and drink the drinks, become a nuisance until they started to announce, get out the bands, get out the band. And that was the genesis of...
Now, do you find that happening with you now that you have your big band?
Oh yes, we have
And do you tell them get out the band?
Only if they get it on ridiculous.
Get out the band. No, I had no problem with that.
Yeah.
I tell them fuck, get out the band.
Every year for the past couple of years, at some point, they started to get on the mic and say, get the fuck out the band.
Yeah, if you're paying for it, get the fuck. Are these going on the fucking sidewalk now? What?
But, I also, because that's where we came from, we tolerate it to a great degree.
Well, I mean, you have to, because you can't, you have to choose your battles. I know about me on the road and dealing with hearts, you have to choose your battles.
In the year of Blue, which was one of the best and worst years of our life, I remember we was on a little blue truck. That fellow who just come here to collect the letter to go to get a truck license. That one little blue truck was the truck we had, and then Chinese Laundry had a million people behind and totally overwhelmed us. And a woman in the road quarreling, yeah, there's people on the band. I said, what the fuck I get all these people on the band, man?
I mean, it's really amazing, isn't it?
On a Juve morning, put a fence around the band.
Yeah, I don't know. Which we kind of end up doing now. Putting a fucking fence around the band.
We don't fence our band.
No fence.
I end up having to do
No
it.
offense, but we don't fence.
I end up having, not because I really wanted, not because I really thought it used to work, but it was more of a PR exercise.
We have no ultra inclusive Juve experience. We have the
that's why
raw
things we
and
fighting.
real.
So everybody walk with their own rings.
Of course, that's just how it is. That's how
Well, that's how it was. You should put a flask in your back pocket.
And you go down
That's right.
the road.
And your bum chaser, maybe you take it.
You buy a bag,
Yeah, them little pouch.
something.
Yeah, you wine in your leather pouch and you go along the road.
Yeah, night train.
Night wine.
On your moment, that you're a good moment, isn't it? Your moment, night train.
Times have to change, but the Juve is a ritual. And I think, we kind of messing up the Juve with all this sort of trying to put the pretty mass dynamic on it.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean,
And I think
pretty mass have these
Pretty mass have its space. People want to be
and
catered
Juve
to and pampered and all that. I have no problem with that. That people choose to play that. They pay the money for it. People are providing
I
that
agree.
service. But it's fucking Juve.
Yeah.
You gotta get dirty.
And yeah, that's the whole point. And the thing about Juve is about getting so dirty that you can't. I would say mud is like the big equalizer.
Yeah, you can't recognize
You
yourself.
can't- White, black, green, blue.
Everybody's the
four.
same.
Everybody's one. You understand? And we take that away, then you lose the essence of what Juve is.
And you use the right word, the essence. And I think that's what happened with the carnival. I think we're losing the essence of the carnival. I think we're overemphasizing the money part of the carnival. And the spirit of the carnival needs some bolstering.
I sort of in between, and I into foot because my band was never inclusive band. Ours was always carts. You know, everybody used to
section, put up the money and
bring the cart, that kind of thing. And
But you know, I always defend Hearts. For me, Hearts is one of the traditional bands. You've always been that kind of band.
And we
You're
stayed
trying
with
to
it,
be
no?
anything but what you have been, and I respect that.
And we hold true to that.
Yep.
But it's, you know, carnival is a strange thing, because I remember when years ago you had actually mediated a panel, the thing they had in Napa, called Look the Brand Come In, which is about the business of carnival. And I would say, you know, no matter how much culture you scream at it or tradition, carnival is around the principles of business.
Oh, yeah.
And this is one of the things that I found was a tremendous panel that we had there. And you know, I always tell my people, I try my best to keep it the way I want. But you know, at the end of the day, I can't go to the bank and say, well,
I keep it how they want.
You see, all the fancy talk we talking, at the end of the day, we have bills to pay. At the end of the day, we take a big commitment to put on a big show.
It's a high risk. It is high risk.
It's high risk. So we have to protect that, and we have to ensure that we could get some kind of return on our
And
investment.
not only that, if you're taking high risk, you deserve high returns.
Absolutely.
The higher the risk, the more risk you take, the more returns.
yeah.
Because people now, they always want to count your money, they never there when you throw a party and it busts.
And then boss. Right.
It is big. I have respect for fed promoters and because I know they're putting out.
Oh,
But
yes.
that's where the culture come to now. I mean, it's no shocking thing that you could be the road match this year and next year you're not in a party.
Yeah,
That shouldn't
foul
shock
shit.
any entertainer.
Fucking foul shit.
That should not
Actually, that was one of the
shock
reasons
any
why we get off that soca train.
And
Because
that's why we started the show.
we get on our own train, because in the first
Yeah,
couple of
you-
years we realized
Well, you lead on
if
your own
you have
tracks.
a big song,
Exactly.
you're dead.
Right.
And I always say soca for me is one of the most insecure forms of music.
Yeah.
No matter how big you are as an artist, how much your track record is. If your song ain't big this year, Crapo smoke your
Salt
pipe.
for you.
No work.
And that
And,
is
yeah, and also in the soca business, as well in the carnival business, it used to be when you wanted to be a mass man, you used to have knowledge of making mass.
Yes, yes.
You know what I mean? Because I know I do my heart is enough doing all the headpieces and back piece and things for other bands buying everything else from China. Because it's easy to buy the brand, but when it's time to come to do headpiece and wings and kind of thing. No, I grew up in that. And everybody in Hearts, we pass on to that. And this is what you all are doing here too.
Yes, that's what we try
It's
to do.
hard though, because sometimes it's hard to fight against the rising tide.
It is, it is.
You know?
It is. Sometimes you find yourself fighting and battling and asking yourself, why doing this? But you know why you're doing it. You know,
Yeah.
because you can't live with yourself otherwise.
No,
really,
correct.
You know,
Within your blood.
You know it. You grew up in it. That's the standard that was passed on to you.
And that's the
we
thing
passed through
that
Mitchell.
feed your soul too. You know?
Yeah.
That's the thing that keep you going.
And for me, I'll be honest, even though my family, my mass, before I born, I always liked Juve. And I used to play Juve every year, but for years I couldn't, because once my old man sort of handed the band over to me, I had to see about the band, you know, I had to give up my Juve. But I used to play with Pecos and them, I used to play with them boys around the Savannah, them the rugby team, Caribs and them.
Yes, guys.
And oh God, guess
But
think
I-
I'm nasty. And
I also say if
That was
you're
it.
committing to aspect of the carnival, that's what you're committed to. A pan man, he playing pan. A mass man, you have mass to make. If we have Juve and we're doing this show. So a lot of people feel that you ain't going no fetch, you ain't going this. No, I do have time to go fetch.
I don't go nowhere.
If we don't be here doing the work, making the mass, what happen?
It's true.
And I think people, this young generation, only see carnival in terms of fete. There's so much more that carnival is. And unfortunately,
Correct.
some of them old things dying off.
But I noticed, I was hearing, I didn't go myself, but I saw friends sending shots and I find Panoramas yesterday was, Sunday, sorry, was quiet. I find that they didn't sell. Normally it's a ram out. You couldn't get tickets to buy, it was a rush to get tickets.
You think
What you think happened there, boy?
This year, well, recession.
Everything sort of collapse on top of one another. And
If you say it have a recession, people wouldn't spend the money, you know. Once that talk trickles enough, people will start to watch it, they will start to hold up. But I see in certain feds tickets still
Still doing well.
1800.
Yeah, well, what happened to Panorama is Bacchanal Road.
Is that
Yeah,
uptown
a lot of people went down to Bacchanal
You
Road.
went so, and the old people stay by so.
Yeah, before that, it was down in the stadium, and now they move it down there. And anytime something new come on the scene, they rush
I
it.
remember
So-
when Patrick had done away with the stage and thing, and for me, it's when I stopped going because I find that whole thing that was always a North Star, man. I didn't know it's a North Star, we have chairs,
Yeah.
right? But we used to stack up all the chairs I've got and beating everything and whatever. My father used to be cussing because he always was in grandstand.
Yeah.
When I come to hear the fucking pan,
Yeah,
you
you have to make
know
noise.
what bands I pass, and I drunk my ass. All them songing good,
So
okay,
that was
drink
part
enough,
of it, yeah.
you drink enough fucking normal songing
We
good.
were a part of that. We used to go in with we cooler. Actually, you had a thing where who are the biggest cooler and all that kind of thing.
But we used to listen to the pan when the pan
No, I
played.
always
But you know,
inspired.
see, I went, it had a big event with cool all kind of thing, and somebody fall down, bust their head, blood all over the place. And the
But
food
that's
was
not
on
the
ground.
first
I was
time
like,
that
you know
happened.
what, I
That's not the
go,
first time it
I
happened,
ran.
man. I bad about
I
I
went
want.
Panorama since I was 7 years old, so I get my fill
My
from
whole
early. I didn't know what it was.
I seen enough drunk ass fall along them steps that time. I hit the first line of blang and them splat into the mud. Too blang and a splat.
But these things, I mean, these are we passing, you know. We know it one way, but we passing through. These kids and them coming up and they feeling it in a different way, and we can't deny what
you
they're
can't.
feeling.
No, even look at what happened
You
with
know what I mean?
the Greens bus. They try to bring it back and it bust. And, well, that's why I say it's Bacchanal Road happened to the Panorama because the youth would have been there in the Greens.
Carnival, like music, they're driven by pop culture.
Absolutely.
And what it is today, in fact, it is almost the right of the now generation to piss off the generation before. But my father used to listen to.
Not almost, it
Yes.
is.
It's time.
It is, especially at Carnival.
And what is the kind of mass they play, the kind of music they're listening to. And my father couldn't understand the soca and then we used to listen to.
It's an evolving thing, it's always evolving.
Yes,
So
and
each
I-
generation will cuss the generation behind, and the generation behind will cuss the generation ahead.
Underwear. I said, what song is fucking that? You know, it's Nyla Blackman song. Meaning, because you can't understand the lyrics. You can't understand the lyrics.
Where does it come
Nyla,
from?
you hear that song?
Oh my God. Even if I heard it, I wouldn't know what was being said.
Stella singing this thing. I said, child, don't let me ever hear you listen to this.
And nothing wrong with that.
Can't
We're
stop
playing on the
that.
radio.
I have an issue with
Because
censorship.
she's
Stop it.
inaudible.
I want to ask
you
your
don't know
opinion,
what she's
yeah.
saying, but the kids deciphering
And,
it.
and you bring me to a good point, which is
Rappers now in the
Censorship.
US, they rap that way, and the kids still know what they're saying. Nyla is adopting it and doing it, and she have a flood in she underwear, and she dirty, and she thing, and
I don't have a problem with that
Nasty
too.
stuff.
It's up to parents to do your parenting.
Well, I
Exactly.
think my
You know,
parenting-
because you
Exactly.
come into some other topic I
Parents.
want to ask you all about now, which is censorship. What do you feel what is kind of taking place with the Rowley mother count and all this kind
Yeah,
of?
That's absolutely ridiculous.
I mean, it may
You know,
not be
Dublin
necessary.
Anton-
It may not necessarily be
Berlin is a good example. Berlin is a proper double entendre.
A proper social
Commentary as well.
That is pure social
Well,
commentary.
Right.
It is describing a sociological phenomena
Right.
that is long-standing, and that
Okay.
is about time somebody write a song on it.
Right.
Where's the craft
I mean,
in
I can't
that
take
in
offense to
Rowley
that.
Mother
If it
Count?
fall in your, but nothing
don't-
wrong with Rowley
Yeah,
Mother
Mother
Count.
Count.
It's a stupid song,
It's a stupid-
but
but-
nothing is wrong with it. You rather listen to it.
No.
And when Crazy sing Paulie Mother come, it was the same thing.
I was asked to.
Exactly.
But that is the beauty of carnival.
Expression. That's
Yes,
part of
that-
the
All
expression.
is,
Yes.
all is involved in it.
All.
In the carnival.
Yeah, but as an artist, we have to advocate freedom of expression.
Correct.
We cannot advocate censorship because who is going to determine what is an appropriate expression?
That is a very
I
good
don't have a
point.
problem with you recording
People
your
have to
song.
censor themselves if they want
With
to.
my kids, I don't want them singing the song.
That's-
All right, but
Well, that's you need to do that.
I will tell people that it's my child. I had to make sure my child hear the things that I want him to hear and watching the things I want him to watch. I can't depend on other people to be parenting my
But
child.
the bigger issue is that you can't stop them from hearing what it have out there to hear. So what,
Yeah.
what you need to deal with is their facility for processing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is all. Because what is happening in these scenarios is the parent is who's get frightened. What are you saying there? How are you dealing with
And that fear getting
How are you putting
transferred to
that in
the
a
child.
context?
Correct.
The child picking up on that fear. And
Okay.
so it's a whole...
Is that
But,
what
when
dynamic?
but Mas and Doche song since
That's
way
part
back,
of it. That's part
I mean, we going beyond crazy in kitchen and spiral.
Yeah.
I never
Zandoli.
meat yet.
Zandoli is the king of smoke.
Everybody know what he meant by that.
It was totally politically incorrect. And I remember
it was meant to shock you.
You know what it was about. Is when you get big, you realize, oh, that's what Sparrow singing about. Melody have a song I listen to the other day, High Nigga, Whole Nigga, Sweet Nigga, Cambo Calcutta. You think that song could have made today?
No, never.
That song was out and playing on the radio in 1950s.
We've certainly gotten very, very, very PC. And sometimes it's called fun, sometimes it's overdone.
Yes.
You know, sometimes it's overdone. And especially like what you'll do, Juve and what she called protest mass and old mass or whatever, was to stand up against that.
Exactly.
And make fun of it.
Exactly.
This is the old point.
Exactly. Carnival affords that. The Carnival affords that opportunity to buck the system.
Taking place, you know, what is taking place in society. You see it happening in the Juve. The pretty mass has become classist and has become a real straight up uptown, right? The poor people now who would have been the creators and originators and making the thing, them holding rope. So they may have no zone, they may have no place in the carnival no more because them making a hustle. Them is security in the band now. Being the originators, they come from being the creators and originators of the thing to hold in the rope.
So why you figure they come out from being creators? Why? Because I mean they were always
nobody enforced them.
Nobody stopping them from
they were always
creating.
poor people. I mean, my family, we didn't have money growing up either. And don't need George Bailey.
But
And
the carnival become an opportunity to earn. And that is where they see they could earn.
Carnival was always an opportunity to earn. You had to pay the devil, you had to pay the robber, you had to pay the baby doll. Everybody was making a money.
Sweeper used to make money. Sweeper used to make money.
You're talking about being on the road in a scenario of hoping that somebody, you would scare somebody and giving it. This is an employment opportunity. They are security. They pay is guaranteed.
Yeah, but the question that was asked was, how come they moved from creating to doing that?
Well, they went
Make a
towards
choice.
guaranteed
Well,
pay.
good. Everybody have a role to play in it.
Carnival is not a guarantee, no? Never is.
Yeah.
Never is. But
No, absolutely nothing is guaranteed, and that's the whole thing about it. And it's
you
a
have to do
space
it for
where
love.
anybody could jump
Sink
in
or swim.
and do a thing.
yeah, it is. But I also agree on the flip side that it's become quite, but it's called corporate carnival too.
Well,
It's
there's
very
that,
much.
There's that element as well. I bought some of them all-inclusive feds, just images I see. And it was last year, I said, but it's looking like a young expo. One of the feds I see had a walk through and it had a place you could go and lie down and test out a mattress and you could go and get a massage and go and get this and go.
But it look like an expo,
And where the fed was down so,
Yeah.
you know, and everybody sampling this and sampling. It's a trade fair.
Yeah,
It's just like commercialism.
Them have a degree in event management.
Eventology.
Don't get that with that. Yeah.
Well, as I say, it's the easy one, yes?
We were in close conversation with a popular band leader, and he was getting with the scenario of why the thing going in the way it going. These people not interested. I played red last year, I'm not playing red this year. They don't care what the section was. They study the
No,
color.
and
I want to play
yeah.
green this year.
And I would agree with you.
And they don't care what is the theme of the band, what is the theme of the costume.
Correct.
All they want to know is what services in this
Yeah,
thing.
to ask the team, they just want to drink and
what
First of all, carnival pretty much right now is run by women. Men don't really give a rat's at. Very few men are short pants.
I was watching Hearts on TV. In between Panorama, they were showing Hearts.
But serious?
Yes, and we was watching. No, it was on the TV this morning or yesterday morning.
Yesterday.
And we watching the women and watching the innovation, and they have some nice thing going on with the packs on the top and whatnot. And then I watch the fellas, I was like,
Well, don't give a fuck.
but what is going on here?
They
You got a
don't,
fella
they don't,
in a flesh collar
shoes.
pants and a shoes and nothing else, and he look like he just walking around naked. He ain't look like he.
Even the Irish band. That's what he want.
That's all you want.
Our
But
cousins come
it's
from
actually a
every
thing.
year and play in tribe. And the only difference is the different color short pants you have on, and he's buying sneakers to match.
You see, I'll be honest with you. The problem with mass and what this mass man is talking is saying is quite true. That you are boxed into what they are willing to buy. And I have tried. You try to do all fine. You try to do something more creative. They say they want it. In actuality, they don't. They want something different, and once it is exactly the same.
But I didn't start. I didn't start boundaries because when I was growing up, everybody started. Right? In tutus, by the time I started to make mass with Mitchell, nobody want to standard like me.
I used to get that.
I used to run around collecting standard and headpiece.
Yeah.
After all, they may want that. They want that whole.
You could design a standard because you wanted to look a certain way. And they may want that.
And Mitchell make a very important statement to his city. Mass happens only by the permission of the people. So who it is you're catering for?
Yeah.
You're not catering for yourself.
No.
if you draw a mass that you like and nobody ain't like it, well then go and play it as an individual.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
It's just like music too. You could write a song and people didn't like it.
If they didn't like it to us.
And taste changed.
Yeah.
So,
And taste change. Yeah.
taste changed. And that, again, because the generation rolling over.
Yeah.
And,
What the
who knows? What Carnival going to be like 20 years from now? I don't know. I just hope I could still be around to be making it.
To watch it and
Some people
Yeah,
might
make
be
it.
having serious floods in there.
2 years time is 60 years for my family, and I want to be here. I want to be, you know what I mean? Because all the old ones from my father days, even my father died about 2 months ago, and he was 94, year mass man. I learned so much from him, and I've been around some of the as a little child, the giants, from George Bailey and McWilliams and Stephen Young. Stephen Young actually did a lot for designers. I remember Peter Minchuk when he first breaks was making Stephen Wayne Barkley the same thing. Yeah.
Stephen was a
So I say, and people don't realize that and don't give Stephen Young the props for that. Because my mother used to do our design. We were all our family band. We did everything in house. Where Stephen gave chances to designers to and gave them a
How old is the
platform.
Hearts band now?
Well, 2 years from now it will be 60 years.
Wow. Biggie.
Yeah, but it is.
Yeah,
It really
that
is.
until then.
I was sorry my old man didn't make it, but he did that about 2 months ago. I was hoping he would have made it to the 60th.
Yeah, you're the oldest band.
Yeah. 94 years old he did. So, and he could tell you how mass was, back, because he around since the 20s and then come forward, And he used to tell me about old mass. In fact, once when he was starting the Carnival museum, they had old footage of mass. But they didn't know who band it was.
Right.
It was just footage, and they asked him to come to see if he could recognize. And I remember carrying him, and he sat down there while he was watching it. Tears started rolling down his eyes. I said, "Pops, you alright? Everything cool?" He says he never even, because it was so many years ago, he see bands and remind him of friends who bring these bands, and he never saw the bands from that perspective. And,
he bringing mass.
Yeah, and he took him back. So. Carnival is an emotional thing.
My father is 84 years old now, and I visit him and sit down on a Sunday and talk, and all he talks about is Carnival and Mass. That was his glory days, when they was 19 and they come out on the road and was the biggest sailor band in town, and everybody's in white. And so this Carnival, it means something to us, especially those of us who born in it. And I always tell people, it's a gift, it's an inheritance. We got to treasure it.
Correct.
It didn't start with us. And you ask what Carnival will be like in 60 years' time? Well, we hope we can transmit enough that...
It may do a 360 and come right back.
end with us.
Yeah.
Look how the rope come back. Nobody thought the rope would come back. In a 10 years' time, the rope
You
might
never
go
know.
again.
You never know.
know.
So, all right. So we are not wrap this up, but we have a game we're gonna play. We're not doing it. We're not doing it again.
You're too interested.
We better than the game.
It have our
All
prize.
right. The prizes they get. Normally we do it in the studio. And the prizes we unlock the studio and let you go.
Now you can't buy me that prize.
No, I look at the run now. As let me thank everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, and keep up the work you're doing. You know what I mean? To keep Carnival alive, because it's really all our responsibility to do
It's
that.
a relief to be able to just talk real for a change.
Yeah. Fuck that. Yeah.
Right now, my thing, come next week, Carnival Saturday, I go on Kiddies Carnival.
So one more, before we go though, one more time.
Don't play that song.
The show. Get them again about the show.
Yeah, but the chicken
Right,
show
6th of
power.
February.
It starts on the 6th of February at Queen's Hall and runs till the 10th Carnival Saturday. You can get your tickets right here at the big black box and at Queen's Hall box office.
Yes.
Don't miss it.
Tickets, yeah.
For sure.
Be powerful.
I'm playing you.
Rejuvenation.
Rejuvenation, Tree Canal, come down.
Yeah, man.
All right. Take it easy. Bye, everyone.
That's what she said.
Right, so that was
That
our...
was fun, though. Remember?
Yeah, it was fun.
These guys are so cool.
I just want to let y'all know, the Chicken House show, well, it starts tonight. It's running until Carnival. So that's this Saturday. Wow, Carnival happening quick, boy.
It's
it is
going
upon
Saturday
us.
night too as well.
Yeah, so the last show is on Saturday night. You can get your tickets at the Big Black Box, which is their place on Murray Street. But if you want to get special reserved tickets where you could pick your seat, and actually I would advise you do that, because you could make sure that you could see the show, and it's a whole show. It's always great. You could get those in Queen's Hall box office, but take cash, I would suggest.
Yeah.
And it's every night. It starts at 8:30. So you have time to reach home from work, go to the gym, walk around the savannah with everybody else, or wherever it is you do. and then go down to the show and take it in. It's a really good show.
I have never been because I always have come, but I after being there and talking to those guys, and I kind of catch I'm gonna say I have an aunt that's here. Maybe I'm gonna take her and go and see the show myself.
Yeah.
I really would.
And
they have an
also-
energy about them that I love. That it's infectious, you know.
Yeah, and they're very just everything about you. When you leave, every Three Canal show every year is they're all extremely different. But I've never been to one and not felt like when I was leaving. And I play Juve with them every year. It's awesome. They don't have no rope. No, they don't have no rope. But if you're getting on stripping in the band, they actually
You'll
do
get
say,
sorted out.
hey, get off my
You'll get
fucking
sorted
man.
out.
They
So
will
none
tell
of the
you that.
Juve bands are rope?
I don't know.
Some
I mean, no,
bands-
I think, some of those
It's hard
more-
to do it, man, to tell them. Everybody mud down. How
Yeah.
you know who belong who?
No, but listen, I'll tell you something. With a Three Canal Juve, it's proper. You get proper dusty. I mean, I am a whole different color or whatever color paint, the last color paint
Is there your
that passed
glasses
or
on?
whatever. Yeah,
True.
yeah. Imagine my glasses. I can't see otherwise. I fall down in the road. But there was one stupid year that I did not play with Three Canal because a friend from foreign chained me up to play with another band. And in like one slight pass of the hose, and I was clean. And I was so disgusted with myself. When you play Juve, if you don't take 3 or 4 showers of scrubbing, sitting down in the shower and scrubbing yourself, and you finish them 4 showers and come out, take your nap, come out, and somebody still saying,
And Ash Wednesday is still
look at
finding
how
thing on you.
paint. Yes, you still washing your hair 2 weeks later, and some kind of
Mother,
red
look at
paint,
that thing coming
something
out.
running out of there. You can play a good Juve, and Three Canal is a good Juve. It's that equalizing Juve you were talking
Yes,
about.
correct. Juve was always my unfortunately, and I'll tell you a quick story on that. Why my Juve experience ended. So I always used to play. I had fun with it, but I had to see a body band Carnival Monday. One time, somehow I don't even know how I got home. All I know is that one of my security guys came and with my sister giving me the key for my apartment, come in my apartment, and there I was in my complete mud, so drunk, lie down on my bed sleeping. All the mud, all the everything on my bed. And he picked me up, take off, and put me in the shower, and he put on the TV, say, what's Mr. Hart? Look, the band crossing stage.
Oh, yeah.
Boy, when I reached down there, and my head hot, and I come on in that hot sun. My sister and brother wanted to kill me, boy. And that was the last time I get to play Juve. Because our responsibilities are to see with the band Monday. I can't go do Juve and go and see about band. It's too
Well, I often wonder because of how I play Juve. I don't know how people play Juve and then play Pretty Mass, because my whole Pretty Mass costume will end up with some kind of other paint on it, or myself wouldn't, because them
people don't
girls
reach
is-
like when the band start on Monday, you start with the numbers down. And by the time you see lunchtime 1 o'clock reach,
Yeah, because
Still
people,
up.
like my brother would do that. He would play his Juve, but he love a mud band. Like if he ain't getting mud, he not really interested in your Juve. But if he got a good Juve mud band, he playing in that. He'll come home, hose down, bathe, take a nap.
yeah, and that's what you do.
We used to have open
you
house.
come back
He'll
about
eat
1
a
o'clock.
whole set of food, and then
About 1
after
o'clock, 2
lunch,
o'clock, you
he
come
would
out,
meet the
and you catch a nice evening.
you could catch the band in the lunch park or whatever, and then carry on.
And that's normally the way. So
Yeah. Okay. So, Carnival Monday, Tuesday. So there's have some situations.
yeah.
So and sometimes you just really never know what to do in the situations, right? So you're not too sure if to, for example, let's say your band leaving the lunch park, and it have a person, male or female, sleeping, or what looks like if they're sleeping on a blanket, because nowadays them bands just provide little blankets and things,
We used to have to.
in the park, and you see the whole band leaving, and now one person is there. What do you do? Do you wake them up?
I
Do you
would
tell the
suggest you do wake them
police?
up.
Do you
Or-
see if they're okay?
Most bands have medics now.
Yeah.
And the medics nowadays, if and normally actually our medics would check and make sure when we leaving that everything is cool, and we have security in the park too as well. Security that stays with the park, because the parks now all
They're decked out.
For years, I mean, I only started really doing up my park, I must say 3 years now. Before it was open, I used to kind of share it because that park was always hard to get resting spots now. And even for a couple of years, they had, Ronnie and Caro and used to rest, I think, around by the Savannah. And for a couple of years when Patrick Manning was in power, they blocked them from using there. I think some corporate thing had buy out there. And Ronnie and I said, Luis, we could share the park with you. I said, fine, no problem. What time we come in? And they used to use the southern half of the park, and we used to use the northern half. I don't know where they're resting now. But now it changed. Before it was pretty much a lay down thing with the shade of the tree and whatever else. But now it's much more than that. They have massage and this. It's,
massage
keep up with
and
the time.
makeup and fountain and all
Yeah,
kind of.
that's right,
They just
yeah.
have all kind of fountain with things
And
and
food,
makeup
supplying food.
artists
And you have to feed
good
feed,
food. You have to feed people properly and all.
And let me tell you something, the health people, they must pass there, make sure you which is a good thing. That's a big change in Carnival, but it's a change, I think, for the good, where the health people come around and check and make sure that, that your food warm, that you have proper, even though I never really experienced, I have never gotten food poisoning over the Carnival, and don't know anybody. I don't know if you've experienced the issues with food poisoning, buying food over the Carnival.
No, I've never experienced, as a masquerade, I've never experienced food poisoning. I've experienced that the food was just fucking terrible, but never food poisoning.
So, but it's a.
You might blame it on the alcohol anyway.
No, I remember when I was young, like maybe early 20s, right? When I used to play with you all, I used to play with this specific friend. She was my mass playing partner. And her sister used to play mass. And every year by maybe 10:30, she's real drunk, right? and she would disappear, right? And we wouldn't know where she was. But it was every year. So it wasn't like it was
she had a destination she was going to.
She had husband and time playing in the band to her. And then every lunchtime, she would come and find us. I want barbecue. They do have barbecue. I want barbecue. And vex, right? She want barbecue. And then she would disappear again. And then you'll find her. She'll find you back somehow like 3 o'clock. I got my barbecue.
I want a barbecue or something else, or a metaphor for something.
And then every year, by the end of the night, she and the husband would fight as to who had to call their parents to come down in town to pick them up to carry them back up the road.
Actually, more than fights, and running band for many years in the road, women, all you're easy to wear. When they get drunk. Men stupid, but women sometimes they do things to provoke.
Yeah.
You have a jealous husband, you get too drunk, you'll purposely go and try and whine on somebody in clear view, and I'm tired kind of parting, them kind of dotish fight, just get me mad. And I end up parting the men, and then I put one buff on she. Because they don't have to watch them, I up and down that.
This is not, look, that to me is not what, they don't go and whine on a man for their husband to see or for their man to see. What drunk women do, and you know what? Sober stink petty bitches too. They just go and whine on their male friend who girlfriend don't like them.
Ooh, yeah,
So
that's the next
this is
thing
what
you
it is. They just go,
that's the flip side of it.
The fellow with the set of female friends, and they know that the girlfriend, none of them, all of them, they just go for spite and be like, "What going on, baby?"
Yeah,
and a girlfriend getting vexed,
Well, yes.
and they're watching her dead in her face, grinding a punchy man, and he ain't know what to do with himself. And then after the 9 girls wind up on him, and they disperse.
Well, he had trouble to see.
And big fight and thing, and them girls cackling in the corner. Stop that shit.
But I have seen,
it's not cute.
I have seen on many occasions where I remember one instance. It didn't happen last year before, because the repeat offenders. They play with you every year. Majority of these bands, my band, is 90% repeat players. 10% might be what I call migratory masquerades that go from band to band, and the rest is foreigners. But see, you cannot know these songs, And you get after doing this for 20 years, since 1991, I take it from my father, it's 20, more than that. You get to know them. You get to know and look out for them. And I know every year the same husband and wife is having the same quarrel, the same, you know what I mean? And she doing the same shit. Because she was substantially younger than her husband, right? And she would always go and pick up some young boy, and the young boy unaware what it is she doing, and start to flirt with him and this and that and whatever, and then and stay there long enough until the husband And I'd catch her almost 3 times they setting up a young because that husband will come over and look to
beat
box
young-
the young boy.
yeah.
And then I go out and they're boxing he. You understand? So
All right.
stop
Actually,
playing
you
your
know what?
games. Enjoy it. Stop trying to cause fight. Both men and women. Have
Talking
respect.
about fights. This will lead into Louisa's rant. But seriously, in general, right? If you know you can't handle the liquor, if you know that you are prone to being belligerent if you drink alcohol, don't go in people place or in the government road or in the public road and start with your belligerent shit.
Yeah,
Because you affect other people.
correct.
Not just yourself or your friend or the person that you're being belligerent with, but other people too. So, Luis, you could...
Yeah. I mean, the whole purpose of playing mass is having fun. And I don't understand this, this whole idea of, causing trouble, causing bacchanal, you know, whining on people. 'Cause I tell you, most of the times the outsiders, sometimes they get some stress, but sometimes, a lot of times, it's fellas, you're trying to take a wine on you shouldn't take a wine on, or you some kind of bacchanal, internal bacchanal going between husband and wife and whatever. All you drink, relax, have fun. You don't realize how much work is going on around you. You all take for granted what's happening around you all as if it's not going on. But the security, and my hats off them, always working very hard, and they stand up in that hot sun and march. And while this moving, breathing chaos going on is not an easy thing. Don't make it harder now. Oh God, come now. Drink, have fun all you want, but be happy. Be happy, revelers. You understand? If you know when you drink you're going to get sour, stay home. If you know your husband going to do something to piss you off, either he's them or you're playing. I know couples that play in separate bands.
Serious.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would.
smart.
I'm not too sure I would play mass with my
Me,
significant
I know
other.
me personally, if I have plenty time because Carnival Monday and Tuesday, I so busy, darling. I don't care what man you whining on. I don't. I don't. I have to focus on what I have to focus on, and I have to be able to trust you that you will have fun, and I don't care if you take a wine on some man or what. Them things don't bother me. When we reach back, the mask can be in the band, and you and I going home, we good. So it's Carnival. Enjoy. That's what Carnival is about. Not to overdo. It's a safety issue too. Stay within the band for me, please. Whatever band you're in, please. And don't encourage outsiders in. You have to understand from the point of a band. If everybody invite one person, I just double the size of my band. Mm-hmm. I know you love them. And I know you want to wine with them. Then fine, go on your outside and wine with them. Because it's unfair to everybody else. Right? So please, keep your head on. Stop harassing the police officers. And climbing up on walls. I know we always do it. Hearts is one of the big offenders of it.
Offenders, yeah.
It's a dangerous thing, especially when you're drinking. I try to talk to them, but just that's something scary that I've never really actually voiced it. So I never had a forum really where I would deal with it. But seriously, the whining on the walls thing, I know it's fun.
And don't whine on people's cars either. You just see some
park
people
a car,
park
yeah.
a car and then all you're seeing is a circular scratch marks because some girl drag her ass whining across your vehicle and now you have to go and paint that shit over.
Enjoy your carnival. I'll be working really hard as I always do. I want you guys, whatever you choose to do. I want to talk. I always remember one old mass that it was so simple yet so funny for me, and it was because to me. It epitomized what old mass meant to me is the how ingenious it was and yet so simple. There was a woman dressed like a male police officer. She a very bad facsimile of a police officer. She had a hat on, and she's walking with a pole. And then she'd walk like 20 feet, stop, put the paw on the ground, pull down she pants and bend over and hold up. She's saying like she's taking her shit. Police force. Yeah, constipation.
That is
and it was so simple. I watched that at the time on TV and I chuckled and laughed for a whole car. Every time I'm on the road, I think about it. It was so funny.
All right.
Enjoy
also,
your mass.
I want you all. They still have fests going on, right? They're gonna have a concentration of fests between now and Carnival Sunday. Right up until you could probably leave that last fete and go straight into Juve, right?
Into Juve.
Stop fighting in the people parties now. Stop fighting in people parties now. because you're making it unsafe for everyone. I don't give a shit who you are. I don't care where you work, how much money you have, what gym you just go to, how big your tatas and your biceps are. Stop fighting any people fat. You're looking like a fucking jackass. Right? The next thing, Louise is working down the place for the carnival. And as a result, this will be our last show until next week. Not next week, week after Tuesday. Louise needs to finish distributing people and them costume and make sure that their bra fits well and they have a good halter so the tatas don't fly out. And then he will need some rest next week after the...
And I need to buy two shoes. Actually, I need to get some good shoes. Oh, another thing I want to tell you. If you could, comfortable shoes, always socks. If you could wear 2 different pairs of shoes, one for Monday, one for Tuesday, because the shoes have different pressure points. Always a good thing to try.
Right? So you all have a safe carnival, a good carnival. We want to see all of y'all. I want to say good night to Guyana, New York, and Boston. I saw y'all up in the comments there. So y'all have a safe carnival. No fighting, no petty shit, no over drinking. Just go and enjoy yourself and enjoy your culture and your country from a place. Thanks.
Correct. Good night, everyone.
So we'll see y'all in a couple of weeks.
Happy Carnival. Be good.
Bye.